Hello, my name is Burski, and this is my idea project. The majority of people worldwide have experienced school lunch at some point in their lives. Lunch is an important part of everyone's day. A midday break gives us the energy to succeed even after the morning coffee is worn off. All around the world, school lunches look different. American lunches are different from French lunches are different from Chinese lunches are different from Greek lunches, and so on. With that in mind, it is rare to see much variation in lunches within their respective countries. Food is universal. It is something every human on Earth needs to survive. It plays a critical role in our everyday lives. Families gather for dinner, business partners shake hands at a restaurant, and football with the guys just isn't the same without Totino's pizza rolls. Humans connect over food. It helps us better communicate and understand each other. In today's connected world, understanding one another and being able to work together is becoming increasingly important. Through food, like school lunch, we can learn more about other countries and work towards growing as people and as community. In America, I recall my school lunches being affected by Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative. I remember my classmates complaining as our lunches changed to become healthier and more nutritional. However, at the time, it seemed unfair for us to have to trade in our processed pasta and frozen chicken patties for something that wasn't as good. Had my classmates and I been informed of the health benefits of Mrs. Obama's program, we would have been more appreciative of the healthier foods and maybe even strive to be healthier outside of school as well. Students need the opportunity to learn how to take care of themselves once they're off on their own. A healthy adult does not live off of instant ramen and frozen pizza alone. School lunch is the first step to teaching young adults the importance of what they eat, where it comes from, and how it benefits them. In my experience, school lunch was never very diverse. Our menu rotated through the same 20 to 30 dishes every month, and there was rarely anything new. The language department would occasionally bring in different cultural foods for a small after-school event once a year. People would stay after school, and some would even change their work schedules just so they could attend this event. However, this event was limited just to students in language classes who were able to find the time to attend. Many schools already offer cooking classes which cover the benefits of eating healthy. The problem is, these classes are usually electives. This means that if a student doesn't choose to take the course, they are missing out on valuable information for their future. What schools need is some way to introduce students to a variety of cultures, diversify lunches, and teach them how to eat healthy even after they're off to college. Being able to explore and experience other cultures is important. By understanding others, we can build communities, solve problems, and become more well-rounded as individuals. Learning about different cultures through food is an easy, effective, and entertaining solution to the problem. Having an appreciation and understanding of where food comes from is important. By implementing an experience using locally grown foods, students will learn that being healthy isn't so hard, and that local options are the best way to do it. Eating local foods has many benefits. For example, they are fresher and therefore have more nutrients. A solution is to create a pop-up experience for school cafeterias that will educate high school students about different countries and cultures, primarily their food, through experiences. It should get them to think about where their food comes from, both physically and culturally, and why it matters. By the end of their experiences, students will be able to better identify countries and their cultures. They will think about where their food is coming from and know the benefits of eating healthier and locally. Students will feel more connected to other cultures through the food and feel comfort in knowing where their food came from physically. The experience will teach students the value of understanding other communities and cultures and make them more well-rounded as people. After evaluating the problems, considering their solutions, and planning out experiences, I came up with the idea, Food for Thought, a school lunch experience that educates students about different cultures as well as eating healthy and locally. These are some initial designs I had in mind for an experience space. It should be kept small in order to fit inside lunchrooms, but still bold enough where it doesn't blend into the background. To accomplish this, the space will be constructed using a playful contemporary design style. This includes elements such as open spaces and high-impact furniture, as well as bright colors and fun features. Using this style will help make sure the space feels both fun and inviting. Here's how it would work. Posters, and if possible, digital signage, will will be put up around the school to inform students of a change coming to school lunch. For a week, students will have the option to eat something exciting for lunch. It's new, it's different, it's cultural, and it's partially made from local ingredients. These posters will be put up a week in advance in order to make students think about different cultural foods before the experience starts. It also gives them time to prepare for this temporary change. During the week of the experience, lunch will change every day. On Monday, students might try French food, and on Tuesday they might be introduced to Moroccan dishes. These different foods serve to introduce students to cultures they may have no other experience with. They may consider why different countries and cultures eat different foods. This leads into more experiences. At their tables, students will find trivia cards. These cards will ask questions about the food students are eating and where it was grown. Some examples are, what are the benefits of eating locally grown food? What part of your lunch was grown locally? And where in the world were the potatoes in your lunch grown? These questions are meant to introduce students to the possibilities and benefits of eating local food. By putting these questions at the table while they're eating, students can see in the moment what it looks like to eat local. They can taste it, see it, smell it, and learn about it. It also helps them relate to the food better. By seeing that food from Morocco, for example, uses some similar ingredients to common foods in the US, it makes it seem more relatable. Without even having contact with somebody from Morocco, they can already have a connection to the country. After finishing their lunch and their trivia cards, they will approach the pop-up experience. This takes the form of a 20 by 30 exhibit that will be set up in the school cafeteria. There are a couple experiences in this space. On the right is a taste testing game. Up to 3 students at a time can participate. After turning in their completed trivia cards, a Food for Thought staff member will bring students food samples to taste. These samples come from various countries and cultures around the world. Students will have to guess where in the world the food originated from. After guessing, they will throw a Velcro ball onto a board and try to hit the location they guessed. Once everyone in the group has thrown, the same staff member will measure the distance between where the ball hit and the correct answer. Whoever had the least amount of distance is considered the winner. The scores will be recorded and used later. This experience gives students the opportunity to learn about cultures that may have not been showcased during their lunches. The left side of this space is primarily used as a lounge/waiting area for the Velcro game. There's a graphic on the back wall that changes daily along with the country being featured for lunch. The poster gives a little bit of information about the country and its food, but also promotes eating locally and how it's possible to still eat diversely and fresh. In addition to this, the reception desk will have various recipe cards to hand out. Each of these cards includes a recipe originating from the day's featured country. At least one of the ingredients on each is something that is produced locally. Not only do these cards serve as memories of students' time at the Food for Thought experience, but it helps drive home the ideas of working together with different cultures as well as eating locally grown foods. At the end of the week, students with the best overall scores from the taste testing experience will win prizes. These prizes are determined by the school, but Food for Thought does provide some ideas, such as trips to various cultural restaurants and stores in the area, a special cultural dessert taste testing, or a private cooking lesson with chefs from popular local restaurants. If a school cafeteria is too small to accommodate a 20 by 30 exhibit, a smaller 10 by 10 option is also available. Most of the experiences of the 20 by 30 are still there, just in a smaller, more compact form. For those concerned about possible allergies, Food for Thought works carefully with both the school's lunch staff and health office to provide the most appropriate foods for each school. It's possible that a student may not want to participate in this experience, which is their own choice. The modified Food for Thought lunch menu will take the place of the alternate food option, so the main option is still available to those who want it. Food for Thought's mission is to educate. Their experience is perfect for people who want to learn more about different cultures, love trying different foods, exploring options, eating healthier, or improving their lives. This experience overcomes both the time problem that working students and athletes often have. The experience happens in school, during lunch, when students will be there anyway. This allows everybody to have the chance to experience it, not just those who have the time to stay after school. It also brings knowledge from the elective cooking courses and makes it accessible for those who don't have it in their schedule. The students who go through this experience will think about different cultures and why it's important to work together. They will feel a closer connection to these cultures through their experiences and know the value of diversity. This will prompt them to open their minds to the differences in the world and see them not as barriers, but as opportunities. They will learn about the importance of eating healthy and be given information on how to do so. Students will feel proud that they eat locally grown foods and know that by doing so, they are taking care of themselves and preparing for a healthier future outside of high school. Food for Thought gives students the opportunities and knowledge to expand their worldview past just what they see on TV. It teaches them how to make healthier choices and helps create well-rounded individuals. It is for all these reasons that Food for Thought should be implemented into school lunches. Thank you.